guys. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. I've got one afghan done and two things almost done, and I finally got to start on Thomas. So let me show you. This was the one I needed enlarged. Well, my sister-in-law enlarged it real well, but after I got it home, I realized they chopped off those sides. So I've had to do the sides on that little bitty one. It was a little bit difficult, but I did it. So, but then I got the big one for the rest. And let me show you how big I've gotten one side done. Not as wide as I thought it was going to be, and I bought a lot of yarn for that afghan. So I'm going to have the yarn left over because I was thinking it might be as big as the Spider-Man one, but I don't think it's going to be. But let me see if I can show you how big it is. Okay. Pretty long. Straighten it out there. See? So that's how long it's going to be. I got one side done. And working on the other side. Just hold the top there. I'm sticking it. But on the other side, I guess I'm almost halfway. And I guess while I'm standing, I'll show you the big one. Got my, it's pretty big. It's not as big as the one that I won Grand Champion for, the multicolored trackers for my first grandson. But it's pretty big. I guess it's maybe not as wide as the multicolored one, but it's pretty big. Let's see, I did 8 by 10 squares. See, my John Deere tractors. Hope the lighting's good enough you can see that green. It's patty green, so it's a good green. I know John Deere's a little bit lighter than that, but they don't really have a green that would match, so I just go with the patty green. And then that's my trim, like I did on my quilty looking afghan. So, Zachary's afghan done. Yeah, it's pretty heavy, bigger than I thought it was. It's a 6 by 8. And speaking about my quilty afghan, I got both of my front of my pillows done. Both of them. There's both of them, the front of my pillows. And I got the backs done. There's the backs for the, now all I got to do is go buy the pillows. Then crochet these backs onto the fronts. And I'll do a ruffle, and then I'll do that trim like I put around my quilted looking one. It's the same trim I put on the granny, or the track rack, and the John Deere track rack in there. It's the same trim. So once I get these together, crochet together around the pillow, then I'll put that trim that I put on this afghan. I took my afghan out of here. I've got these great big windows right there, and in the evening, I guess the west is over that way quite a bit, the sun beams in here, and it does hit that afghan. And I don't know if many of you know this. I found this out with a baby afghan I made for my nephew, second nephew. And she used to, when she gave me out of bed in the morning, she'd fold his quilt in half and lay it across the end of his bed. And, well, the sun came in that window every day. There was a window right there. Next thing you know, that baby afghan was all bleached out. Just totally bleached out, and it was real pretty. I just did one yarn because it was variegated, and it was called Tutti Frutti. It was real pretty colors. But like I said, if something lays where it's going to get sun every day, the sun will bleach it out. So I need to get some kind of, see, I got a regular pretty big window there, and then I got this over top there. Unless I'm here to get my afghan out of the sun each evening. I don't want it getting bleached out. No, Glenn. No. Good boy. And then I found some towels that I was working on. There's a couple more towels, and I'm going to go ahead and crochet them, but I got one. I went ahead and finished this one out. I like to make this big enough to go around my oven handle or my dishwasher handle. I used to put mine on the oven. So they're right there handy. I can grab and dry my hand. I got a few of these I'm going to be finishing up. I found 2 or 3 towels, I think, and I had forgotten about. So I'm going to be finishing them up and finishing up Thomas. Not sure if I'm going to do the main part next or if I'm going to go ahead and do the end. I think we may be driving Saturday. I think we're supposed to head to Dallas. So I'll be in Texas, hi Terry. So I probably won't get to start on the big part. I'll probably just do the top and bottom here. I can do those when we're driving. It's not too wide. Believe it or not, the king size Mario afghan that I had, after I had it all together and I was crocheting some rounds around it, I did work on that in the truck. Oh man, was it hard to shift around. I kind of had it folded at first, but then when I kind of shifted around, it started getting unfolded, and I finally had to give up. But I did do some crocheting on that king size afghan sitting in my seat. Unbelievable. But yeah, my pillows are almost done. Match my afghan. Haven't measured them yet. I measure them and then go back to Hobby Lobby and see what the sizes are. I think they're like 14, 16, 18. So it's going to be at least 16 or 18. And then I can get my pillows done. Like I said, I want my afghan on the couch. I loved it there. But in the evening, when I'm here, I was pulling it down because that's where the sun's hitting it, right on the back of the couch over there. I don't know if we're ever going to get anything to cover that or if it's actually coming in the lower part of the window. We never put any drapes or anything up there. Just let it be one big open window. But, yep, work on Thomas, get my 2 pillows together, and I'm going to be finishing some more towels for my kitchen. This is my old towel pattern. I used to do this all the time. And it kind of folds itself up naturally in the back. So I've got 2 or 3 towels in there I can cut in half and do them. Actually, I have a couple of towels I started with somebody a long time ago. She was into the real burgundy-looking apples, dark apples, and chickens for her kitchen. And I found these towels, and believe it or not, it had the chickens and it had the dark apples on it. And I actually have those, I think, 2 in there. It was back about the time I quit crocheting. But I don't think she doesn't do the apples anymore. I think she still has some chicken stuff around, but she's changed some things. So I don't know if I'll just keep those for myself or go ahead and get them up to her. She's the one that's getting Thomas to train for her grandson. Yeah, her kitchen, I really liked it when she had those dark colored apples and the chickens. It really looks good together in her kitchen. But I guess that's it. I know it's my video's not very long, but you know me, I'm always working on afghan or baby afghan, so it takes me a while to get an afghan done. Didn't have a whole lot to go on that tractor afghan, just had to get it together. Start together, so I'd crochet around it a few rows. Yeah, see, I did a few rows, and what I was going to do was just, I was just going to put a couple rows of white and then this trim. And then I said something to my husband. I was like, you think I'd incorporate that yellow in there? You know, the yellow from the tires. He's like, oh, yeah. Well, I started to just do a double crochet row right here, just yellow. I thought, no. Then I went ahead and went with puff stitch. And I was like, oh, yeah, I like that better. I definitely liked that better. So, instead of just being plain old double crochet there. I ended up using puff stitch a lot. I've done it a lot on different flower afghans before and stuff. But anyway, that's it. And anything else I'm going to be working on? train done. I have a rainbow afghan planned. Harry's going to get a kick out of when I get to it, when I get it done. She'll be surprised. But it was good talking to you all again. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. I appreciate every one of you for being here. Thanks a lot. Bye.